Hello,
Hi.
welcome to My Life virtual event. And now we have amazing, very interesting topic, and that's sacred sexuality. I am Aapo, and I have my background as elite athlete, and now I'm focusing on serving as a holistic coach and high performance coach. And sexuality is very important part of life, and there is so much potential power and energy in sexuality. And also at my athletic career, I was very interested to know how to use the power of sexuality in a very good way, in a positive sacred way. And now we have here Saija Lentonen, who is a tantrika and doing. You can tell us more. Tell us more. Who are you, and what amazing things are you doing on this planet?
Okay. Hi, everybody. So yes, my first career was as an actress. I did that almost 20 years, and now I have moved more to holistic health also, and especially Tantra. I'm a tantric life coach and de-armoring practitioner. Yeah, so that's what I do. That's how I serve.
Wow, and you have amazing, powerful energy, and so we're gonna hear more about why and when you learn to use your sexual energy in a good way, you will get energy and power to do important things in life, definitely. And so let's dive into this topic. And so these days, nowadays, there is this social media and a lot of pressure may come from the outside world. Pressure to be like good looking, look perfect, look like young. And so how can tantra help with those pressures?
Good question. Yes, well, the social media and media in general takes us out of our body, out of our being. We start to project things outwards, and we forget our own emotional state, our core, our feelings, our sensuality. Because in actuality, it doesn't really matter how you look. You may have the perfect body, you know, and still you might be totally unhappy, totally unsatisfied, totally incapable of relaxing and feeling pleasure, sexual pleasure. So the medicine for low self-esteem is not to improve your looks. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. That's never-ending road. The medicine to low self-esteem, for example, in bed, is to connect with yourself, to connect with your emotions and with your own body, that you really start to sensitize yourself, like instead of watching yourself from the mirror or from the, taking selfies, you start to concentrating on how does your body feel, and it's quite amazing when you really start to drop in the feeling state instead of like being out of your body and thinking like, how do I look? Am I pleasing? Am I sexy? And you start concentrating like, do I feel sexy? Do I feel good? Do I feel vibrant and juicy in my own flesh?
Feeling the inner beauty.
Yes.
Yeah, that's totally like from outside inside.
Exactly.
Attention turning.
And you know, it's like, it's a cliche, but it is so true that once you feel good in your own skin, it will radiate out. It's the best beauty serum there is. As I said, that you can fix everything in your appearance with the modern technology and modern science. But if you do not feel good inside, you will not look good. You don't attract people if you don't radiate it like from the inside out.
Yeah, and when you have connected within, then it's very, very attractive, and vibration is
Yes.
rising and
Yes.
very attractive. Nice. That's the way. So the key to relax in these times is to find the inner connection and heart connection, probably heart connection over the pictures and selfies and the how you looking outside.
Yeah, and really starting to connecting with you. I mean, heart is, of course, it's very important, but first you have to find your body, like really in a somatic way, to really start to feel your own body. Like it can be your feet at first. It might be difficult for somebody to go straight to the heart area. It might be that you first start to feel out how your hands feel or how your feet feel, and then you start to like relax and let your, if we speak about sexuality, like how do you feel in your sex center, how do you feel in your belly? For men, how do you feel about your own penis? How women do feel about their breasts? So really like connecting with the body.
Connecting with body. Hey, now I got a great idea. So the more practical we have this event, this My Life event, the better. So we didn't prepare for this, but I had an idea. So I forgot to ask you before, but could we just like spontaneously make a little exercise now to get connected with body? I saw your previous video, and that was really amazing with the breathing and shaking and what was there. Would you like to few minutes bring it on?
Sure. Okay. So wherever you are, try to find a nice sitting or standing position. If you are standing, stand your feet like your hips width, hips apart position, and make sure that your knees are soft and your belly is soft. And if you are sitting, try to feel your sitting bones. Try to feel your feet on the ground. And just closing your eyes and letting all attention drop downwards into your belly and into your perineum. And just breathe in there. Let the breathing drop also. And if you want to let the sound come out as you breathe out, let it come. And it might help to bring one hand to your lower belly And just let it be really soft. And just continue breathing towards your belly, towards your sex. And notice if there was a slight feeling of shame when I said sex. If there was a slight contraction in your perineum, in your sex area. And just try to soften it a bit with love. No judgment here. Just love. Let it become soft. And just continue breathing. Then you can bring your other hand to your crown, here above your head. Just give a little rub there. So there is your other end of your body. You're still connected to your pelvic area, to your sex, breathing there. But you're wakening up your crown. And now with the in-breath, start breathing upwards from your sex towards your crown. Oh. And let the out breath be soft, full. Maybe the sound wants to come out. And then again, breathe in from the sex towards the crown. So the energy is like an elevator raising from your pelvic floor in front of your spine towards your crown, energizing. Good. One more time. Then you can put your hand down and then you can just stay there. A few more breaths, feeling your sex, feeling your spine, feeling your chest soft, wide, and feeling your crown, your connection to the universe. And there you are between earth and between heaven. Whole and holy human being. Yeah.
Wow, really good. Really good exercise. As you said, definitely opens the connection with the earth and the heaven. And so instead of being someone separate here, now it's channels open like this, and that's amazing feeling, like in sacred tantric lovemaking, that the energy starts to circulate and opens and wow, it's opens the connection, and it's so giving nurturing for a long time. after as well.
Yes. And it's there, the sacred sexuality in this simple exercise, it's there. We have our animalistic side, as you could say. And then we have our connection to the divine and our consciousness, and our unity consciousness. And it's all connected and it works together. And that's the way that we are made. We are created that way.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Hey, now I have next question. Many may be wondering these days that about porn, and some people may be addicted to porn, and that's challenging. It may drain a lot of energy. And my own experience, I stopped about pretty much more than 10 years ago watching porn. I didn't like the energy. It's only pretty much only the physical level what's happening, and it may give people, and especially young people, a really wrong type of picture or model about sexuality. So how does Tantra see this, and is there some good ways to handle it?
Well, it's a bit same thing as with the social media, with the pornography. It takes us out of our body, because it's all about images. It's all about mental fantasies. So when you watch porn, most of us have watched porn at some point in our life. I have too. So I know that you can get really, really aroused, but you are not really in your body. You are aroused in your mind. And when you have an orgasm in that kind of sexual experience, it usually can be very draining. You feel like depleted afterwards. And then it creates addiction. Porn is designed to addict us as watchers. That is a fact. It affects the same areas in the brain as cocaine. So in Tantra, any addiction is not a good thing. We are not free when we are addicted. So it's like in this one tantric book, there was a nice saying about this, that you can choose. Of course, in Tantra, there is always free will. You can do whatever you will, but be conscious and be responsible for your own life and for your own happiness. And so you need to decide if you want to be a beggar, or do you want to be a queen or king? And when you are, let's say, addicted to porn, you're a beggar. You need more, you need more, you need more. But when you are a king or a queen, you just receive. And you don't need any outside manipulation or entertainment. And you can still enjoy most exquisite sexual pleasures, but they are real when they are connected in this moment, in you and your partner. Yeah,
and it's very good to be aware, conscious about that. It's totally like social media and porn, they are designed to be addictive.
Yes.
And it's pretty very far from the real nature, where like from soft masculine feminine balance, and because it's done with professional videographers, and there is quickly changing pictures and like really focusing on some specific areas, and that's where it can activate those spaces in brain. And yeah, it's good to be aware of that. And so how about if someone now is wondering, how can I start climbing away from the begging situation to becoming a queen or king? Is there a way to just boom, skyrocket it all the way? Probably. I'm like kind of, I want to go like all in at once, but that's the challenge. Can be that if you try to go like when you make a New Year's promise, that then you collapse soon after. So do you recommend the small steps, and what would be good steps? And is it also like little by little and take something like korvata in Finnish, this to kind of
substitute,
yeah.
Well, the thing is that again, it is the same answer as I talked about the social media and being addicted to the, you know, how do I look? Is you need to start to resensitize yourself. You need to start to create new pathways in your brain. If you are really addicted to porn, you have to unwind this patterning that you are addicted to these certain images and this certain kind of way of pleasuring yourself while you are watching porn. It's usually very harsh, fast. So you need to really relearn how to touch yourself, how to feel, how to become very, very sensitive again. So I would say to go cold turkey and really start to connect to your body and to your sexuality in a whole new way, and you know, go to a massage, go to a tantric workshop, go to a tantra evening, you know, somewhere where you can get taste of different kind of relating to sexuality and to touch. So there are like many wonderful ways that you can substitute watching porn and find a whole new way to relate to sex and sexuality.
Yeah, just following what resonates in that world, some of those tips, take some of them, and after watching this video, just dive in straight away, find your own way. And now it's open for you. You have the window open for the new life, new opportunity. And also the exercise we did earlier in this video, it helps connect with the body. And when you have an inner connection, then you just gradually lose the interest in those other areas you don't want to be engaged with anymore. So it pretty naturally goes. And I was kind of lucky with doing sport that I was so embodied that it was not a problem for me. It's just I was like, I'm not interested in it anymore. And also one interesting thing in tantric world and sacred sexuality is ejaculation, or doing ejaculation or not doing it. And many are also addicted to ejaculating maybe every time having sex. So that's also one key to learn or circulate the energy. That exercise we did will help with that. And I also encourage to just find new ways to like move the energy into other areas of life and go warm up little by little. Then it's much easier. And when you have dropped in your body, then you're not in the mind, and it helps in there. What other tips and steps do you have here?
Well, yes, the quality of touch, for example, if you have watched a lot of porn and you have sort of learned your way of lovemaking from the porn movies, it's usually very fast and hard. So in Tantra, the key is, the slower, the better. And it might take a little bit time to get used to it. But that's the thing, that you really start to take things slow and to really sensitize what you feel. And as a woman, because we are different, men and women are different in the way they turn on and how they feel. So women need a lot of time. Men are usually readier, much faster than women. But women are water. So when you put a large kettle of water to the oven or to the stove, it takes time. But when it boils long, right? So as a hint to all guys watching, that it's worth it to really give time to foreplay and to make her feel good and like not rush things. And I think that's one very crucial thing also in relationships, to learn that we are a bit different, men and women, how we turn on sexually and what kind of touch we enjoy, what senses, like men are oriented, not all, but in general, men turn on, they like to watch, for example, if their girlfriend dances for them, and then a woman wants to share what's on her mind, on her heart. And usually woman wants a man just being there, holding the space, not giving any solutions, but just being there for her, like really listening, hearing, seeing her. So yeah. I don't know if I answered your question.
Definitely. Very good. Yeah, warming the water.
Yes.
Warming the water. That's a good one. Okay, let's dive into more sacred kind of angles to this tantric life and sacred sexuality. So personally, I'm long after all that outside world, I'm longing for deep connection, like really deep connection with the partner, and having this heart connection instead of the only the surface world. And so what about that? I've seen that there are also many other men and also for sure women. What do you think? Is it possible that now it's a time, like even globally, that people are awakening, that they are so bored with the surface, only the surface? So it's other people as well looking for the deep connection. And how is it like love making instead of surface type of love making? How is it when it's really connected through body, mind, spirit, energy, and everything?
Well, I'm sure that people are looking for that connection more and more. We are living the times where we are being divided and like watch out for each other. We are like being told that we are dangerous to one another, and it couldn't be further from the truth.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, we need each other. We need the connectedness. We need to touch and to be close to one another. And so yes, I'm very hopeful or positive in that way, that we will go into that direction where people find, and men and women find, the true connection. So it's like now there is this tendency that we need to destroy the patriarchy and men are, toxic masculinity and whatever. But we cannot move into matriarchy. You know, that's not the answer. We have been into matriarchy before. Then we went into patriarchy, and now we have to find this sacred union where we are equal, but we are not the same. We are different, and that's the way it needs to be. And we have to honor one another for the diversity that we have, because that is what brings life to this universe. You know, of course there will be babies if somebody wishes to bring babies to this life, but all creation happens through this divine union, that there is masculine principle, feminine principle, and they come together, and there is this holy trinity. So I think we all have this knowing inside of us. We carry it, even though we might not realize it in the head. But we have this knowing. We know what it is to be in a union, and we are looking for that. And we take our twists and turns, and we try to find the union from the social media, from the porn, from the drugs, from wherever. But we will find there. We will find there, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Very beautiful. I like very much that how you said we are not the same and we are equal. And
yes,
balance between masculinity and femininity. Wow, that's the beauty, comes flowing in a harmonious way.
Yes.
And now we have last question is that what about if some couples in a relationship have challenges, and also what about if someone is single? What can Tantra offer in both of those situations?
Well, for couples, Tantra is a path for a lifetime. It can offer like anything, but if we imagine a couple who is like really just, they don't find a way to connect, like there is a lot of arguing, and both parties feel that they are not being heard or seen. So basically you can go to a Tantra workshop for couples, or you can come to Tantric life coaching session where you learn different kind of practices that you can learn to have a discussion with awareness, so that you don't always go into a fight mode immediately when you get triggered. Because usually all our problems in the relationships, they come from the past. We bring our patterning from the childhood into the relationship. And usually all the things that triggers us, it might be something that your partner says or does, and that annoys you, and it just makes you go mad, and you want to shout and yell and judge. And we need to, in Tantra, we learn to take responsibility. Okay, this emotion is mine. It's not really his or her fault. It's mine. And at the same time, I don't identify with it. I can feel that, okay, now I'm triggered, and I can be adult and mature adult person, and I can tell the other person that, okay, this what you do right now, it triggers me, and I feel that I am not being seen or heard, and can we talk about it? And then you can have a discussion where you are not blaming the other, but you are taking responsibility of your own emotions, of speaking out how you feel, because we don't read each other's minds. So we need to communicate. And Tantra gives tools for that. Communication. and how can the lovemaking also be about authentic communication instead of just releasing something unconscious maybe. So there are many tools which we don't have time to dive in deep right now, but I think that Tantra is the best way to heal relationships.
Wow, absolutely.
If both parties are willing. Of course, if one is very interested and the other one is not, then it's maybe good to look whether couple needs to go their separate ways. But if both parties really want to go to this path, it's wonderful.
Clear communication. That's amazing, and also this clarifying own boundaries, getting know to own its own emotions, and then being able to communicate it more clearly. And this, what you said about love making and the connection there, it's truly a multi-dimensional communication. That's beautiful. And also, so if there are singles listening, the Tantra can offer ways to dive, as we have been talking about already a lot. Tantra can help ways to dive into the inner world, and maybe at least I noticed, I tried Tinder like half year ago or something, but it just I didn't get anywhere with it. Like
no,
nothing
it doesn't.
So
for me neither.
I actually I had probably one date, and that was 1-2 dates, and that was kind of all. So and then more going to meet people, some little gatherings, and there just connect from heart with other people's and investigating own feelings, and that was really nice.
Yes, and if you are a single person, like really make it like a pilgrimage, Don't think that, oh, poor me, I'm here all alone and nobody wants me and I'm a loser, blah, blah, blah. No, think that this is like the most precious time where you can really work on yourself, connecting with yourself. Like, who am I? What turns me on? What do I want to do in this life? And treat yourself and love yourself. And when you love yourself, it will radiate out. And people will start to they will be pulled to you when you feel good about yourself. So it's like learning self-love. I think that is one of the most important lessons also. That is one thing that stops us from meeting anyone. We have to look the pattern that we don't love ourselves.
Yeah, and then when you have found the connection in loving yourself, learning to love yourself more, then you're gonna attract someone who you really want to be with.
Really, yes.
Deep inner connection and resonance.
And when you have two people who know how to love themselves and are like fulfilled with themselves, they don't really need anything from the other, but they share. So can you imagine what can come out of that kind of relationship?
It's freedom and enriching at the same time.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Really nice. We covered a lot here, and as there was many topics already here, we could go dive deeper. Probably in the future, you can leave comments down below the video. For sure, we will love to make another video later, and also probably at some workshops coming. And you can find me from my name website. I have my website is the same as my aaposumanen.com. Same. My name is the website name as well, and it's going to be here below. And how can watchers find you? And we'll
Well,
also
I
put
have
it down here.
my website is www.elämänkehto.fi, but maybe you can put that on the comments or on the description.
Yeah, it will
also. So I offer tantric life coaching for singles, for couples. I do de-armoring treatments, and I also, this coming summer, I am at Natural High Healing Festival, and then there's a workshop coming in the fall for women. De-armoring your life. It's about body shame and how we can release from that, and open up to a pleasure and power.
Nice. Very, very nice energy here. All right. Thank you for watching and listening all the way here. I'm very happy I could share this time with you all. And so go and ride in your life. Dive deeper.
Yes. Many blessings. Bye.